Hi everyone, it's Leonore. Welcome to Soul Searching Tarot. I am sorry if I sound a little stuffy. I am. I can't help it, so bear with me. This is a very important message to my divine masculine or high vibrational masculine. Women are welcome to listen. But I am here today because I wanted to talk to my masculine, my males. There is an energy shift happening, and I felt it very strongly a few weeks back, and I did a couple of videos on it. I started with Bloodline in the Ages, and I did two more after that with different titles, but similar in some cases. So welcome. I hope that you stay on for the whole video. This will not be a part 2 or 3. My masculines are not patient like most of my viewers, which are women. But I do invite my women to listen to this because this is, like I said, information that I was guided to send to all of you. I will timestamp this video because I will go into a couple of things besides my insight and information. I'm going to talk about especially Sirach, the book of Sirach in my Good News Bible. So if you get triggered by any type of religion, I'll timestamp it. And then that way you could just hear the cards that I have laid out here for you masculine men that have a message for you. It's not a lot. I took them out. This is what I'm going to read. It's not going to go any further than that. But you need to listen to this message because this is especially for you. I'm going to leave it here in the meantime because I want to start with saying that I love all of you men. Even the low vibrational ones. Listen, I am not throwing any shade on high or low vibrational people. I've been there and done that, and I know what it is to hit rock bottom, and I know what it is to find yourself by yourself in the dark. I know what it is to be bamboozled and feel some type of insecurity. I know that all of us go through this, but why did I want to talk to my divine masculines or my high vibrational men? Well, like I said, I was guided to, but at the same time, I want to save your soul from these women. Souls from these women that are here to take every last bit of who you are and what you are supposed to do in this earth, in this lifetime, on this earth, in this lifetime, I should say. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some shade on some women. So if this triggers you women, tune out. But I do invite everyone to listen. All right, moving on. So, what type of information do I have for my fellow brothers? Well, we are definitely on a path of following the divine life. The age of Aquarius is something that I want to talk about more in detail in future videos, but I feel like I'm doing that little by little without noticing it. I'm just naming it different titles, but I feel like this is part of it. But anyway, I'm not going to concentrate on that title too much. So I will really love to have your permission to give me a moment of your time so that I can lead you into greatness, because you are meant to be great. And what does greatness mean? Well, first of all, becoming a divine masculine or divine feminine is greatness. It is basically an ascension. I also talk a lot about bloodlines and how we are here to change that bloodline. Because I always, I'll repeat myself, especially if you listen to my videos a lot, about how we're supposed to clean our bloodline. And I feel like this age is the perfect time to do it, especially with Saturn and its home sign. It is the planet of karma. It is the planet of time. And there's good karma and there's bad karma. And if you don't start with teaching our children, whether they're yours or not yours, on how to live the proper way, and I will get into that in a little bit, in case you're asking what the hell a proper way of living is. I'm living a proper life. What are you talking about, Leonore? It goes much more in depth than that, okay? I'm not here to throw shade on my men, by the way. I love you guys. I love all you folks. And I appreciate those who are listening to my channel. All right, well, like I said, I want my men, especially my men, to teach and advocate for the future of the children of this world, because women they're here, we procreate and if it wasn't for us, the human race will not exist. So they have their own duties. Among other things, taking care of you and stuff like that. But are all women like that? Maybe. But I know for a fact that we are here to grow and evolve. And the book of Isaiah says that a lot. It does. I'm not reading anything from the book of Isaiah, but it is a book. It's a good book to read, especially from the very beginning. If you want to know what growing and evolving is, has men and women. We are here because we're meant to become an important part of history. There has been an energy shift. I don't know if I did mention this earlier in the beginning. A lot of people are talking about these energy shifts that is happening. It started probably a couple of years ago. It's getting at its, I think for me, at its peak right now. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. No joke, no lie. I feel it, especially with my masculine men. With my men who, are playing the field, are hurting their loved ones. And I'm talking also to those men who are doing the right thing by taking care of their family, looking after their loved ones. And, some of you men do both at the same time. Shit, that's a lot of fucking energy. Where do you get it? But I do want you to be very careful of the fuckery that's going on that you are unaware of. And karma is one of them, among other things that I will go into. And like I said, there's good karma and there's bad karma, right? So why are we here to become divine, especially with my divine masculine? Whether you're low, or high frequency, why are you talking to us about divine masculine? And I'm telling you, it's because it starts with you. And I feel like there's some part of my divine masculine that died with all due respect, with your grandfathers, your forefathers, your father, whether you know them or do not. Bloodlines run through family. They're DNA coded. And so I feel like that part of history, especially my mature men who are in their 40s and over, or younger, doesn't have to doesn't you don't have to listen to this video because you're 40 years old. If you're listening to me in your 20s and 30s, this applies to you too, because you the big brothers for these little brothers, right? Whether you're related or not related. And so the bad bloodline is, they're dying. They are a dying species, but not, like I said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. So you have to clean that bloodline for the sake of the children that's coming, because when you die, it doesn't stop, right? It continues. Your niece will have a baby, your nephew will have a baby, and eventually, the bloodline keeps going, and in 1,000 years from now, your bloodline is still going to be going, and I want you to remember that if you start here today or tomorrow or next week, then you've done your job. And I want you to start now because of Saturn, more or less. If you know anything about Saturn, I did make a video on Capricorn. Saturn rules the house of Capricorn. And I had a very interesting mythological story about it. But, I want you to stop succumbing to the beauty and the innocence and the codependency and the insecurity of women. These women, and it's not their fault. I'm not saying that it's mostly their fault. We are, I don't watch TV a lot, like at all, basically, sometimes. I don't even watch the news, but I know that, there's so much glamour out there, and we're teaching our little girls and we're teaching our little boys that this is what life is about. And no longer are we speaking up about, no, this is what life is really about. It's not about, marrying a basketball player. It's not about, getting the flyest girl with the biggest ass. It's not about you trying to take money, as far as, again, being codependent on people that are stable with their own money, that work hard to build a stable life for themselves, and then you come all up in their house and want to get married and get knocked up and have some type of stability because you think that a woman or a man will help you have this type of stability. Yes, I'm not saying 100% it won't. God, I know for a fact that it's hard to be a single parent and that you do need two incomes. And not too many people are hustlers, There's some hustlers out there, but men, I'm talking to you, my man. You are the hustlers, right? You are the hustlers. And so, we don't want any type of woman to come up in our house. I mean, I say our house like I'm a man too, but, and just take over your life, your soul. Who cares about the material and tangible things? We're talking about your soul, your life. So basically, I don't want you to become oblivious. I'll say it again. Don't become oblivious to the whispers. Don't become oblivious to the theft, the lost, the mental illness that comes with, again, the fuckery that these low vibrational females, these rodents, are here to do. Am I talking about all females? Of course not. Of course not, but you know who I'm talking about. Don't sleep with women who may not be low vibrational, but for the hell of it, you know what? I'm going to sleep with them because I'm the man. I'm that man. That's not cleaning your bloodline. That's not showing your children or your nieces and nephews or the neighbor's the kid, you know, that this is what life's about. You know, it's bad enough they hear it on rap songs, like, you know, that's, we're allowed to hear this on, and these kids, even my own kid, listen to this. And you know what, as parents, you know, it's what's going on. It's modern, you know, and it's a shame. It's such a shame, but that's okay. Let them listen to their rap songs, or let them live that, you know, think that life is glamorous. But, you know, let them have that little moment of euphoria. Let them have that little moment of euphoria. I know as adults we need it sometimes, right? In some shape, form, or another. But I want you to also remind them that that's not what life is all about. Now, these rodents are the least of your problems. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody just laughed when I said that, huh? It was a man. A man just laughed. So funny how that had just happened. He's just laughing. Yeah, it's funny. It's fucking funny because the rodents are the least of your problems. We have women that practice magic and voodoo. And sometimes they go to witch doctors. They pay these witch doctors to do their bidding, so that you, my divine masculine men or high vibrational men, or those who want to be high vibrational, start to crumble for no reason. You know, all of a sudden shit's going bad for you and you're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, your health. You know, you're not making as much money as you want to. Then all of a sudden, I don't know if you're like you're in the dark, in the dark. You're blind, you're deaf. Not literally, of course, but it's like you're trying to figure out why all of a sudden, you know, your insecurities, the insecurities that you worked so hard for to, you know, put on the sidelines. You worked hard to build yourself up from the inside and outside, and all of a sudden they come up. And these women that practice, now, I'm not, listen, people call me a witch sometimes, and that's okay. I don't give a fuck about people calling me a witch. I know where I stand. Everybody has the ability to pick up spirit guides, and everybody has the ability to talk to their higher power. And everybody has the ability to pick up some type of energy. Meditation is a great place to start. And then we have those women that are not so, like, yeah, they're not here for your best interest. Those women that you bring to your home and you sleep with, you're taking not only their bad karma into your bloodline, but they may end up taking some of your specimen, and I'm not going to tell you what specimen that is, some of your hair, if you have hair, or something that belongs to you, to do some type of witchcraft on you, so that all of a sudden you have no idea why you're with a woman that you don't want to be with, that all of a sudden you're realizing, wait a minute, why do I feel so down every motherfucking day when I really just want to be happy? I know the stress of life, I know the responsibility of life, but I also know when to be happy. And happiness doesn't come from somebody just leaving you in the dark, deaf, dumb, and blind. These whispers of all of a sudden, like, you know, I think we should have children, or I think maybe I should leave my toothbrush here, or, you know, I think maybe that we should get together and start looking at homes. You know, listen, guys, if you want to do that, go ahead and do that, but do it with the right one. Listen, do your background check. Do your birth chart check with them. No, I'm not saying do your birth chart check with them. Do it with yourself for sure, but not with them. They're out there. It's my whole point. My long story short, they're out there. And your ancestors, your forefathers, especially your forefathers, I feel them inside of me. My energy is there. I feel like they're all around me right now. It's not even funny. I feel like fucking crying into hysterics. Your forefathers and fathers and grandfathers are literally around me telling me, don't do the same mistake I did. Do not succumb to the karma. Do not succumb to the deaf, dumb, and blind and codependency and insecurity and the moments of being miserable. And they're not even moments. They're like long moments. Like, what do you call that? Oblivion? Oblivion of misery? I don't know. I wouldn't want to. Listen, I rather would go out and hustle and be happy instead of living in a fortress and being miserable. That is what you call spirituality, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I don't know what the fuck just came out of me. All right. So you're going to ask me, how am I supposed to change this? Yes, I'm here to give you a couple of, ways of doing it. And they're not ways. They're actually coming from, I swear to you, they're not even coming from me. I am not a life coach by no fucking means. I'm sorry if I'm cursing too much. You're bringing it out of me, low vibrational men. No, it's not you. I curse like a sailor. You need to assess these men and women, like I said, because, those women who are listening to me, those divine women who are listening to me, even though this video is really not about you, if you see it and your own teenager or your own 20-year-old is being succumbed to this situation, or even if they're younger, teach them. I know I taught my 12, 13-year-olds, about women at a very early age. I was like, you need to be careful there's some devils out there. And I'm not talking about white people. There are some demons out there that will take your soul just because you're good looking. Do not, by no means, depend on them. Become truer and higher. You're supposed to be an ascension of God. That's who made you, by the way. Yeah, I know I talk about astrology and shit like that, but I know that God made me. And I know that God wants me to ascend and be like them. Or goddess. All right, so before I go into my cards right here, ladies and gentlemen, which I can't really wait. I'm gonna start with this Queen of Pentacles right here. I'm gonna leave it in your face while I read something. I know there's a glare, and I don't know where the heck that glare is coming from. All right, this is my Wildwood Tarot card. This is the Queen of Pentacles, but I'm not gonna go there right now. I just want to read something for like a couple of minutes before I go into my tarot and then click off. I found this out of nowhere. I'm not a Bible reader, I'll tell you the truth. I read the Bible, but I'm not a person that reads the Bible every day. And mind you, I went to Catholic school, okay? But I have this wonderful Bible in my house, and it's been in my possession for many years, and I keep it in really good condition. You're supposed to keep Bibles in really good condition. You're supposed to put like a cover, you know how we used to cover our books and workbooks when we were in school? Same thing with Bibles. You're supposed to protect them. Protect the hardcover ones especially. All right, so like I said, I wanted to read a few verses, 11 to be specific, in the book of Sirach, chapter 25. And when I read this, my divine masculine, just have the word bloodline in your subconscious. Thank you. There are 3 things in which I take special delight, things that are beautiful to the Lord and man alike. Brothers who get along with each other, neighbors who are friends, and a married couple who are happy together. There are 3 kinds of people I cannot stand, whose behavior I find highly offensive. Poor people who are arrogant, rich people who lie, and foolish old men who commit adultery. Unless you learn what you can while you are young, you will never be wise when you reach your old age. Sound judgment, good advice, and gray hair go together beautifully. Wisdom, understanding, and sound counsel are appropriate to the aged and respected. Elderly people wear the crown of long experience, and they can boast of nothing finer than the fear of the Lord. I will tell you about 10 kinds of people that I feel fortunate to know, especially fortunate in the case of the 10th. Someone who takes pride in his children, someone who lives to see his enemies fall, a man fortunate enough to have an understanding wife, a married couple who are well matched, a person who never speaks sinfully, a person who doesn't have to work for someone less competent than himself, someone fortunate enough to have a real friend, a person that people are happy to listen to, and the really great one, someone who is wise, but the greatest one of all is the person who fears the Lord. Such a person has no equal, because the fear of the Lord is the most important thing in the world. And with that, I'm going to let you leave the link on Bloodline in the Ages. I was compelled to do that video a while back. I'll leave the link on the description box. And I wasn't talking to a specific gender, but I think you'll probably resonate with that video if you click on it. So, tarot card, guys, come on, it won't take long. All right, so we have here, this is what came out. I was meditating like I always meditate before I start any of my videos. And I was just told to take out a few cards and talk about them. And so I picked up their energy, and this is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, I have the Queen of Pentacles, which is this bear that you see here. And the Queen of Pentacles does not have to be man or woman specific. There's no gender and energies. However, let's just say, because I'm talking to my divine masculine or my high vibrational men, let's just say this bear is a woman. And look at the face on this bear. Oh, goodness gracious. Hungry, desperate times calls for desperate measures. Do you not see it all over this Queen of Pentacles? Now, Queen of Pentacles could be a very high vibrational woman. She's actually a wonderful woman to be married to in tarot, if you listen to any of tarot reading. But in the reverse, and I do feel the energy in the reverse, by the way, even though I'm showing it to you in the upright. They're greedy. This bear that you see right here, to me, is looking for its next prey. It looks like it just woke up, right, from its hibernation. Like, I got my body done. Now, I'm not saying this bear got its body done, but I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking as a woman. I got my body done, and no shade for those who did or has done their bodies, fixed and, stuff like that. No shade on that. But definitely, I'm looking for those women who they do it for the sake of finding a husband that could support them. And that's you, my divine masculine. And listen, if you find a woman that is good to you, that is just as equal parts to you, not lesser, but equal, then congratulations, you found the right woman. You have. It's a fucking business. Do you understand? Marriage is a business. You explain that to this bear right here. Plus love and good sex. Then I have the Four of Pentacles. So my Four of Pentacles came out in this is another tarot deck that I use. It's my Native American one. This is the Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles means holding on. And they are holding on. This is a cornfield. And what I've sensed from this energy, well, it does mean holding on to strength and vitality. A cornfield is, it's, for the Native Americans, it was the supply of food, But I'm taking it as survival mode. This Queen of Pentacles right here is on survival mode. And aren't we all, right? Aren't we all? But we want to choose the right partner to do that with, okay? Then I have my Two of Pentacles. I got all these pentacles coming out. Do you know what pentacles mean, by the way, guys, who do not listen to tarot? Dinero, money, stability. It's actually an earth sign. So my earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Uranus right now is in Taurus. I know that Mars is right now in Virgo. There are a few other planets in some earth signs. Pluto is in Capricorn. These all mean different things, okay? So these planets have their own representation, and so does the house that they sit in. All right? I'm not going to go into that now. All right, so Two of Pentacles. So what did I get from the Two of Pentacles? Well, I sent some motherfucking witchcraft, that's for sure. I'm sorry. I hope you're 21 and over listening to me. I can't help it. I'm like cursing. It's the spirit guides, these ancestors around me, these forefathers. It's not me. I swear it. All right. Yeah, I do send some witchcraft up in here. Look at this. You don't think that this is a witch doctor trying to collect your pentacles? This is what I was talking about. This is what I was seeing. This is what I was feeling. This is what I'm warning you about. They're out there. Whether it's them or they're doing somebody else is doing a bidding for them. If you are caught in a cycle of depression, if you are caught in a cycle of bad luck, Please, please second guess that. Ask yourself why. And please do not say it's, bad luck just fucking happens. No, it just doesn't happen. There's bad luck and then there's bad luck. This is the Ten of Pentacles, which I was surprised that came out, but I'm not, because eventually we all want to be, in a happy home, happy family. That's what the I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles does also mean a happy home, a happy family, but it mostly means great stability. Ten of Cups. This is my Ten of Cups card in my Native American tarot deck. This is a badger going up. Now, Divine Masculine, I love you. But this card should be in the reverse. You're descending. You're not ascending. You're not ascending. You're descending. Your forefathers and your fathers and your grandfathers are here to let you know that this is the way up. Happy home, happy family. Not, you know what, I think I'm about to call and, get a shiner. Put my stick up somewhere, right? I'm sorry. I can't help it. But these women are not all good, is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't let them suck up your energy and your good luck. Why all of a sudden you don't have a home? Why all of a sudden you don't have a car? Why all of a sudden you don't have no money? This is the Ten of Cups. That's what the Ten of Cups represents. Home, family, money, tangible things as well. Even a career, a job. Stop descending and ascend. Now look at this next card right here. This is my Queen of Swords. I kind of love my Queen of Swords. I love when she comes out. The Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords represents a badass bitch. I'm not going to lie. She represents the sign of Aquarius or Libra. It could be Libra, I'm sorry. But it's definitely an air sign. It's either Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, right? Usually swords, not usually, but swords do represent clarity, mental clarity, or mental instability. You take it as it resonates. Look how she's pouring that cup of emotion, or this jug of emotions out. And it makes sense because a lot of air sign, especially if you're dealing with a Libra, they are very well at detaching emotion and becoming very logical. And I feel like this is what your ancestors are telling me. And listen, if you're getting dreams about your ancestors or little weird shit happening to you at nighttime, pay attention. They're talking to you. You're pouring your emotions out for these dumb ass hoes. Yeah, I said it. And they want you to become more clear of your future path. Look at this queen. And like I said, please don't take this Queen of Swords as a woman. This actually embodies you, Divine Masculine. Look at her face. You think she got time for some shit? This is a hard-working woman. A hard-working queen. She's a queen. On her throne. With a weapon. And she will cut you if she needs to cut you. Your forefathers are telling me this. Take that insecurity and codependency and pour it out and put up your weapon and make sure you know the good woman from the bad women. And last card. This is going to be a hard one for you guys. My Page of Swords. Look what this page is doing to that sword. Look how she's blind. God, this freaking blind spot. All right, there it goes. This page of, look what she's doing to that Page of Swords. Look how she's blowing that air on that Page of Swords. These are the rodents I was talking about. These are the magicians, and not the good magicians. The witch doctors that they go to. Remember I just told you that this represents your mental clarity? Look how this page, this immature energy, is just blowing on that sword. Like, fuck that. Your mental clarity means nothing to me. I'm taking your soul. That's all I want from you. And your money. Let's not forget that. And men, don't do this to women, because this could apply both ways too, you know. Like I said, Saturn is no joke. It is a karmic planet, and it's watching. It's been watching. Do the right things. Do the right thing. Do it for yourself. Do it for the children of the future. I believe the children are our future. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I couldn't help it. Yeah. This is the witchery I was talking about. The fuckery. Okay? All right. I'm going to stop there. I've gone over 40 minutes. I hope I could upload all this because this was useful information. If I have to break it up into 2 videos, I apologize. I will leave the link in part 1 so that you could click into part 2. Otherwise, if if uploads the whole video, that's great. Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye, men.